Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you. Where I come from, we greet each other. So I'm so happy that you've answered. Thank you very much, Shell, for the invitation. I greet everybody here. Warm, sunny greetings from Zambia. I wasn't able to be with you this morning, and you can blame British Airways. I arrived last night without my luggage, and the ladies, you know what that means. It's actually a catastrophe, because I decided to travel light, with just my laptop, which I couldn't wear. So I went into town. I was told to go right, then straight 200 meters. I went right. I walked 2 kilometers to find Steen and Strom. So there you go. Today, I'm proudly Norwegian. But I was almost not here. I heard about the reindeers, 300-odd reindeers that got struck by lightning. And I wondered, does my insurance cover that if anything happened? But anyway, I'm Charity. Thank you very much, Inga, for your warm introduction. Until I retired in February 2015, I had worked for 32 years, not that you can tell. And I held very interesting portfolios in tourism, banking. I was actually asked to set up a bank in Zambia, and I think Dr. Kalyalia can attest to the fact that it's still operational, so I must have done a good job. And latterly, I was the managing director for Airtel. So today I'm standing before you as the chairperson of Zanaco, with a myriad of experiences that helps me position what we'd like to see from this partnership, a strategic partnership in Arise. A very exciting time for us. So yes, doctor, there are challenges in Zambia. But I invite you to be like the person who visited a village and found people without shoes and said, here's a great opportunity, as opposed to the person who walked away and said, there's no opportunity. So we're going to talk about Zambia briefly. Dr. Kalyal has done a great job from the professional part of it. I'll just talk to you about Zambia in general. And then I'll talk to you about Zanaco briefly, and our expectations of Arise surrounding the technical assistance that we're seeking, the technological innovation that we can benefit from, the capacity building, business linkages, and most importantly, the balance sheet support. Wouldn't be a bank if we didn't want balance sheet support. So, Zambia, excellent long-term opportunities, while we're still trying to manage the strong economic headwinds. But if you look at the fact that we are now seeing more of a push from government for private sector-driven economic initiatives, it makes Zambia a very interesting investment destination. We have to diversify from the mono economy. Dr. Kalalia, our governor, talked about even those who don't know the Kwacha citing it as a problem for the challenges that we're facing in the economy. I went to buy one of these free-range chickens that roam around. Nobody buys feed for it or anything. And I was told the price was $20. I said, how can it be $10? How can it be $10? I was told, exchange rate, madam. The exchange rate is really bad. So really we need to diversify from a mono economy. And the opportunities are there for us to have a great investment in our energy resources. There's a lot of interest that is supposed to be obtained from providing hydro or clean energy solutions for the people of Zambia. We are also managing well our fiscal challenges, and that provides socio-economic development opportunities for investors that are coming into Zambia. We need strong sources of long-term capital, and that's where Deepak comes in as my new best friend in Zanaco, because really a bank without deep pockets finds itself at a big challenge in an economy that's developing with lots of economic needs that are fundamental for the development of a country. Our president is talking about industrialization, which is echoing what the Africa Development Bank is also talking about, industrializing Africa. And they have a 10-year strategy, which we must tap into as Zambia to promote the fortunes of not only Zanaco, but the people of Zambia as a whole. And Arise comes as a formidable group to help us lobby government for meaningful policies. Sometimes government policies, most times, versus economic fundamentals and what needs to be done to get the job done, don't always see eye to eye. So we really need a strong lobbying force for government in order for that mistrust to disappear and for us to work hand in hand as partners, even though we might necessarily always have to agree. So who are we as Zanaco? We were established in 1969 by government, but currently we have 46% shareholding by Rabo, and IDC through the government through IDC, which is the Industrial Development Corporation, they have 25%, and then the public 29%. We have 3,500 shareholders, we have staff of 1,200, and we also are number 2 when it comes to revenue generation. But look at my revenue, look at my profit after tax and PBT. This is where we need the expertise of Arise to make us go back to being number 1. Let me just go back to this slide and talk about the change management towards the bottom of the slide. We started a rationalization program in Zanaco to improve on our bottom line and picked significant KPIs to allow us put in that change that will make us be the number 1 bank in the country. So financial fitness, I think, is also important for us to have a strong corporate social investment in our people to allow them to become more inclusive when it comes to banking. So this just talks about the nice figures of who we are in terms of our financial and business highlights. And I'd like to spend a little bit more time in what we expect from Arise as a strategic minority investor. We want to be the number 1 bank in our chosen segments. We want to be the number 1 bank, full stop, in Zambia. And we want to be the number 1 transactional bank by 2020, focusing on food and agriculture, which for Zanaco is 34% of our portfolio, the public sector, the SMEs, and the personal market segments. We also want to enhance financial inclusiveness, banking the unbanked. It seems to be a new thing, but it's not. It's a reality for us. We need to be able to make this a core objective of every bank, every institution in the country to provide financial services. So in terms of our expectations, technical assistance. In agriculture, like I said, 34% of our portfolio is in agriculture. We need the expertise, we need the knowledge, and we need to be able to develop relationship management with our farmers, with our agribusiness supporters, to be able to enhance and leverage what we do well as a bank to promote growth. Retail banking. In Zambia, we have our logo as big, strong, and reliable. We are a big bank. We are strong, hopefully reliable, but that's where we need help, to be able to embrace the technical expertise of Arise, to bring European or first world or Western world relationship management to retail banking to make it a force to be reckoned with. We also have the Rolls Royce of core banking applications, FlexCube, but we need to be able to mine the data that it provides us to enhance building an operational efficiency and effectiveness with true rigor. We also want technological innovation to improve the monetizing of products and services and enhance our footprint. We need not to have brick and mortar in every district, every province, but we can have banks on people's handsets. When you look at the penetration of mobile phones in Zambia, out of 15 million people, we have 10 million with handsets. So there's a great opportunity to enhance our customer base right there. We need to leverage the technological advances that are made in Europe or across the globe in advancing innovation by Zanaco for customer acquisition, retention, and revenue enhancement. It's so key that we leave money on the table when we don't improve our technology. Capacity building, obviously the leadership people that are in the bank need to be developed. We need to enhance the leverage of performance of our key staff at executive level and senior management to get the best productivity out of our people. So we need to have a strong sales culture, a strong performance management culture. And so we are looking to Arise to be able to support us in that area as well. And again, technology is the new frontier of banking. So IT skills in terms of enhancement and product and services evolution is so critical for us. Business linkages. We need growth. Every organization can only grow when they have a larger customer base or deeper. So whichever way we go, we need to be able to participate in regional club transactions, for example, with other banks, with other financial institutions. We need to leverage the network of Arise to build a profitable customer base within Zambia and outside Zambia. We're not intending to build a wall around Zambia. Ours is open. As you heard, we are land-linked with 8 neighbors, and that provides us with a great regional market of 8 countries. And we need risk sharing on these large deals, de-risking some of these transactions. We are not risk avoiders. We actually embrace well-thought-out, balanced risk with full mitigations. Balance sheet support. One of the greatest opportunities we have within Zambia is to support the productive sector. But because of the size of our balance sheet, we're unable to do that which we can do. And some of the regulatory aspects of our environment limit what we can do, so that at the end of the day, because of our capital size, we're unable to perform adequately. But when you look at the blue banks, Stanchart, Barclays, they call on their parental balance sheet, which we are unable to do as Zanaco. So now we are very pleased that with Arise, that is going to be a reality. So we want to be the go-to bank, the top transactional bank in Zambia. With Arise, the outlook is expected to be even more positive than it currently is. We have a stronger long-term stability as shareholders, access to needed expertise for sustainable growth. We have an assured and strong capital base for liquidity and asset creation. We really need to be able to have strong networking that we can get out of Arise, critical to developing even the niche segments that are profitable for us within and outside Zambia. And Zanaco, big, strong, and reliable, will be key in influencing growth in the economy, and especially in its chosen sectors. Because we believe that when all this happens, we'll have enhanced shareholder value. So ultimately, what are we saying? With Arise, we are going to rise up and be more counted than ever before. Thank you.